familiar with that?
Yes, yes. I haven't seen it.
Oh, I love it. Well, now can you explain to me one thing? Why his wonderful fresco, the blue seems to come off?
Because the blue was a difficult color that wouldn't...
Is that made from lapis lazuli?
Something like that. It wouldn't sink into the wall.
Ah.
So it all flakes off.
Because in the Assisi, where I've seen this.
Right.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, you love it. Love it. I'm thinking particularly, my favorite one is St. Francis preaching to the birds.
Really? Have you seen them all?
Yes.
That's the one?
I didn't see the ones in Paris.
Oh, Patrick. Because that looks like
Assisi. But I noticed, you know, how the
question
blue...
are whether or not you really did those.
Is there a question? Oh, I don't know. He did the great ones. There were many grotesque models.
You're right. Yeah. Nobody was like him, though.
No.
You know, like Botticelli, there were a lot of
Because you
people
really,
that-
for the first time, see figures that have a place, that really have a place in space.
Yeah, but you know, just before Shadow,
Right?
like Duccio,
Huh? Duccio. Duccio Boninsegna. You know what his last name meant? Teaches well. Buon insegna. Teaches well. Duccio Boninsegna. I love Duccio. And Cimabue. All those.
I never said it right though.
Cimabue means the top of the ox. Cima. Cima means the top of. Bue means the ox.
It's too fucking much.
What's the matter?
Right?
I
just did it.
What?
We outlined it on
What happened?
We just passed them again.
got a bad start.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I can't imagine that at all.
But he'll get it. See, I pray that I can live long enough. See, it's not enough for him to get destroyed, but I have to know about it. So I want to know about it. I want to be alive when it happens.
Well, let me put it this way. How does that relate to poetry? She's writing poems about it now.
There's nothing to. I wrote a beautiful poem about it called "A Crow Too Proud." The old business of the crow who steals other birds' feathers, you know. He still remains a stupid crow.
Hey, tell me just before we get to that hill coming down into Boston, all right?
Oh, great. Yo.
Okay?
What a nice sunset. Oh my God.
It is not for real.
You know what I find fascinating? That moment of flash when the sun just disappeared. It's just like lips are speaking to you. They're like lips. They speak. Yeah. Say farewell. I'm so happy right now. I'm sort of high on a nice experience.
There it is.
It was lovely. It's marijuana. See, I'm high on life. I don't need that. That's the point.
That famous contact high.
See, I don't need that. I have so much vitality. I don't need that. I'm high on life.
I'm so
Don't call me
high, I'm so
Buscaglia the
high,
second.
high,
Some people like me. Imagine people calling me Buscaglia. Leo Buscaglia, you know, the one who's always embracing everybody. Write these books. Been a million.
Yeah, Leo Buscaglia.
I know, Leo, yeah. You write some rotten books, though.
The only
Way
thing we
out
haven't
of the
done
limb
with
he
the
is.
both. No, he's the one that's always in.
Love is all there is.
You don't have a TV?
No, but he writes books.
Yeah, he writes books too.
But he's really on TV. That's the main thing.
No, he writes books. He's really a priest.
He's made a lot of money.
He's really a priest, and he decided that he should spread this message about love and how you should love all of your brothers and sisters. And it's a joke.
I love to. See, I am.
No, you should grow that hair long.
I am Buscaglia, and even I reach out. I like to touch. I like to caress people. See, I don't like to hurt, and it offends me so much when I am made even to say such a nasty thing as I just said about you. Because that's the worst of evil people. They somehow give some evil to you.
It's just forget about him in a way.
I'm trying.
And try to like deal with
I'm trying, but he stole my hearing.
When did you do that?
Oh, some years ago. I didn't realize it.
Well, then did you buy another one?
I can't afford it. You know how much they go for? $600 and $700. You see my point?
Could you use it?
No, he did it to try to destroy me. And he'd say, have you been looking for your hearing aid? Are you sure you're checking it out?
How do you know? I'm sure he's done.
Evil.
Oh, a big mistake, you know?
You know that there are evil people.
Yeah, but why did you attract evil to you?
Because good always does. Good does. Don't you see that? Oh, yeah. Because it's a challenge to evil.
We're so black and white. It would be simple. We could die and
No.
we could have figured it out.
Good attracts evil because evil must destroy it. Otherwise, the very fact, if good lives in the world and flourishes, then that evil is done.
I'm afraid that good and evil are human terms, and that the world does not have.
There is evil and good.
I know, but in the world, I mean, there are volcanoes, animals kill each other. I mean, here's it.
Unfortunately, the sunset is not behind the city.
Little grace.
No, I won't be able to get the sunset.
Looks like the devil.
It's not clear enough, is it?
What?
They didn't take that.
Well, it's what it was. Like going to come back from Vermont, you finally get to Boston.
You live in Vermont?
I've been going there a little bit. Just enough.
That would be deadly.
Yeah, there's cross-country skis and
I'm
all
not
these
a
trees.
sports-
You're never alone. There's always these trees. And
I love trees. My favorite trees are the elms. I love elms. And I think it's such a shame that so many of them have died. That's elm. But I love wonderful deciduous trees too. Those are the,
yeah, there's sycamores. Sycamores, they can be bigger, they can be little.
no, I was thinking deciduous trees, I'm thinking firs and pine and all that. Huh? The shapes of them too. Cedars, aren't they beautiful? I love cedars. And Lombardy poplars. You know, one thing I discovered in Italy, wonderful poplar trees, they process. Well, in the city, wherever they are. They're planted that way, but they look as if they're in procession. There's something beautiful and orderly, but at the same time, you know, otherworldly. In Florence, all those beautiful poplar trees. And you hear the wind through them, you know, and you see them. You know that wonderful painting by Van Gogh? Poplar.
Not starting.
By the way, would you live there?
Never.
Why
Never.
they're building on this?
Are you a painter or
I'm a painter with words. I'm a poet.
are you taught art in Italy?
No, but I know.
Beethoven's undershirt. You know what I mean? Beethoven's overcoat.
Did I give you that?
Yeah, I love it.
Beethoven's shirt.
Yeah.
No, I think my poetry
Speaks for itself.
reflects my interest in particularly in graphic art. I collect graphic art.
Poetry, black and white.
No, I love etching, drawing, engraving, you know, lithographs, woodcuts. I have a very fine Japanese prints I adore. I started with Japanese prints when I was a kid. And you know, that's pretty much a late thing in most people. It's like string quartets, you know. Most people tend to love big symphonic things like Tchaikovsky and Beethoven's fifth.
Yeah.
He speaks very directly.
It's already up.